Corgi. Hi, this is Sally Morgan, physical therapist, craniosacral therapist, and Tellington T-Touch practitioner for animals and people. And this is Tristan, he's a Corgi, and this is Conversations with a Corgi. And today we have a special later in the afternoon episode of Conversations with a Corgi because we left at 7 this morning to go to Walpole, Mass for a fun day to learn about a Corgi. Well, it's for every dog, a dog show thing called Rally, which Tristan had not done before, and we had been at our fun Corgi picnic. Do you want to sit down there? People can't see you, Bess. At our fun Corgi picnic a few months ago, we discovered Rally because a nice person there did a demo and also brought a paper explaining to us that they were going to have this day to look at some of the new rules and changes and what they call signs in Rally, so that people who do this a lot will understand some of the changes in the regulations and how it's being done. So I was there, and there were maybe 5 other people there, including 2 people who judge Rally and obedience and have done so for many years, including one of our longtime friends, Tibby Chase, who's a wonderful Corgi breeder and Corgi advocate, and I am so happy to have had the pleasure of knowing her in my lifetime. So she was there, and lots of Corgis, and a Bernese Mountain Dog, and a Norfolk Terrier, and a Golden Retriever, and some fluffy Corgis. And it was at this wonderful agricultural school in Walpole, Mass. They have beautiful stables and places for horses, and they had cattle, and they have a great plant science area with lots of greenhouses, and they even have coursework in dogs and dog management for these high school kids. And it's a really wonderful, really just so splendid program they have there for the agricultural sciences. So we were in this wonderful room where they have a lot of their dog classes with good footing for our dogs. And what Rally is, which I did not know much about until today, and I still don't know very much, but I'm going to try to do it at a dog show sometime. Your dog has to heel, and at the beginner level, the dog can be on a leash, and you can talk to them and give them hand signals. You can't give them treats at the show, but certainly to train them, you can give them treats. Tristan enjoyed his treats. He had stinky duck, regular duck, and cheese treats today, so he had a variety of things that were exciting. And a lot of the people there, all of them, have been showing in this area for years, and their dogs are really skilled, and the people are really skilled at dog training. A few of them, including me, have a background in horses. And it is a little like riding a Grand Prix jump course, because you go from element to element and you have to perform a different skill at each element, just like you would have to do the broad jump or the high jump or the water jump or the oxer or the quick turn when you're riding a jump course. And it was so much fun. Tristan and I had a really good time. I don't think he's a very good heeling dog, but in fact, he gets used to it pretty quickly. I have wanted him to learn how to back up for our dog dancing and also to step sideways. These are 2 things he learned today. And we just had a great time. And at the end of the day, Tibby set up a master's level course, which is the highest level there is. Hardly anyone gets there. You have to get all kinds of prerequisites to get there. And did a demonstration with her wonderful dog Arlo, and she also showed us how to do all of the elements that were hard on the course before we even tried it. And then we went one by one, and earlier in the day we had just learned the new elements in the novice course, which was really fun for me and Tristan. We got to go through twice. And it was amazing. He did such a good job on the master's level course, and a lot of it is learning yourself which way to go. It has to be a great benefit to anyone who's ridden horses, because they have a cloverleaf pattern that's like barrel racing, and they have a jump, and you're so used to moving your body around. You get to walk the course just like when you're riding horses. It was so much fun. And we learned how to spin together and spin in different directions. And Tibby gave us advice like, when you're spinning to the left, use a different word than when you're spinning to the right, so that your dog will know. And of course, everyone there loves dogs and really appreciates them, and knows that indeed your dog will know which way to go if you don't say anything, just because you have such a strong, clear picture in your mind of what you want them to do. But we just had such a fun time today. And if anyone is interested in learning more about rally for your dog, it's sort of like obedience. It's in that category, but it isn't really. They just have to heel and stay heeled while they do a variety of things like turning left, turning right, laying down, sitting. After you do like some kind of an S-turn type thing, your dog has to come back to the heeling position, which is really fun. And heeling, as they explained in the morning, for rally is a pretty wide area of the dog's body. But for obedience, heeling is a very narrow part of the dog's body, which for a Corgi the size of Tristan, he has very little error for where he needs to be for obedience, for heeling. So thank God we're not doing obedience. Although my Corgi Winston, my first Corgi, he was really good at obedience. That dog, he enjoyed obedience. Tristan, on the other hand, we like to do more fun stuff. And I'm getting older, and I enjoy the fun stuff too. So your dog is heeling, and you just do a variety of turns and stops, and turning this way or that way, making figure eights, little in and out of serpentines, keeping the serpentine at the start on your right or your left, depending on the directions. And so a lot of it is really kind of hard for the person to remember which way they're going. You have to look ahead to the next number and plan how you're going to get there. And a lot of what they told us this morning is that when you're at a stop, you're not allowed to move your feet as the human. So it's really important to not just take a step or something when you're asking your dog to circle back to the heel position. And it was such a pleasure to see these wonderful dogs, how much fun they were having, barking to come out of their crates to go through the course. And it was at this beautiful facility with these great people there to help us. So it was a really fun day. And I think you go to doginfo.org to find out more about different dog events in your area, like obedience and herding and nose work. And I mean, we talked about so many things that you can do with your dog. The list is very long. There's all different levels and kinds of agility, things I am aware of, but to have it all written down nicely was really a help. And we learned a lot of things that are going to help us with our dog dancing. And I remember my friend Pam, back in May, I said, I think I need to teach Tristan how to back up, and being a Corgi and stuff, it's not that easy. And boy, today Tristan learned to back up pretty darn quickly, going against the wall. And I've seen people on YouTube putting their dog between two narrow places, a wall and like a chair sideways, to get them to back up. But he got it pretty quickly, and he learned a hand signal for it, and he was able to back up pretty well for the rest of the day with me just asking him. So I'm so proud of him. He had such a good day. He did some snarking with a cute little black girl that he liked named Becky. She was a tricolor with a black head, and she looked like his mother and his girlfriend Dory. He liked her a lot, but she didn't like him, and he didn't really like her when they got too close. But all day he was admiring her. So it was so much fun. It was great to see it with all the different sizes of dogs. So if you've ever been interested in having an experience with your dog where you're really doing something fun with them, and so many of the people there are retired from horse riding and grateful to not be carrying really heavy bags and loading the trailer and spending all the money it costs to show horses, and to just have fun with your dog and do these really interesting things with them. Tristan enjoyed it. All the dogs there were having a really good time. People were in all states of physical health and mobility, and in fact, if the show is not a recognized show, you can even bring your wheel corgi, your dog in his wheelchair, to do rally, which I think is actually a really good thing to do with a dog in a wheelchair if they can still heel. Just like dog dancing is a fun thing to do with them. So we just had a great day, and that is why we did not do conversations with a corgi this morning. I completely forgot that we were driving to Walpole until last night. And just a couple of announcements. We've added a class at Monkey's House at the end of the month to do T-Touch, Tellington T-Touch training for dogs at Monkey's House. We had so few people wanting to sign up for the craniosacral therapy class for one reason and another. So I've decided to do a 2-day T-Touch class there instead, which will be Friday and Saturday. And there's a post on my Facebook page about this. And some people in my mailing list got an email about it. And you can come both days, Friday and Saturday, or you can just come one day, either day, if you'd like. And I'm guessing that we'll end up probably just doing Saturday, but I wanted to leave the option open for people on Friday. Michelle's volunteers at Monkey's House, many of them are retired, and either day I suppose would be good for them, but for those who are at work during the week, Saturday is of course a better day. So I really am wanting to educate the volunteers there about Tellington T-Touch work, and there's lots of horse people in the area that know about it, and we're hoping they will come as well, because a lot of what you're going to learn is applicable to every kind of animal. So that will be a really fun time. So if you're interested, go to my website and let us know, and hopefully we'll fill that class. I know that I have enough people that want to take it, so that will definitely happen. And what else do we have going on? We have some great mugs, a big surprise. We'll be talking about that another day. So if you have never thought about doing anything with your dog just for fun, or seriously as a competitor, because it's a lot of people get really excited about your dog doing, you know, all these different things they can do, and getting 3 legs in this and 3 legs in that, and moving up to this level, and getting these kind of versatility awards for doing obedience and agility and conformation show work, and you know, all the great things dogs can do with us. It's so much fun. And I know that there's plenty of dog 4-H clubs now in this country, which is awesome. And I was so excited to hear that this agricultural high school and vocational high school even offers a whole curriculum with dogs, because the dog world and the dog industry is really growing. They need breeders, and they need trainers, and they need groomers, and they need pet shop owners, and, you know, vet tech assistants, and even veterinarians to start their time in training at this high school. So it's a great thing to have a whole curriculum based around dogs and companion animals. So we had a great time today doing dog rally with our corgi, and maybe we'll go to a novice event. It's a great thing, really, because when you're just learning, certainly you can bring your dog on a leash, and you don't have to give them treats during the class to get them interested in following you with treats. But we had a good time, and my little son is very tired tonight. He's going to sleep a lot, aren't you, Biscuit? First of all, I woke him up very early to get there. And we did so much intellectually stimulating things today. So thanks for joining us for this episode of Conversations with a Corgi, where we talked about dog rally, which is a fun component of dog training that you can do with your dog. And it really is a great way to enjoy spending time with your dog. And many of the shows are held outside and inside and year-round. There's lots and lots of them all over New England, I've been told. So we're going to try to do some shows that are beyond just our fun times doing dog costume classes and ear measuring. So thanks for joining us. Our thoughts are with everyone in Florida as Irma is coming ashore, and hoping for the safety and peace and well-being of all of the people and pets in Florida and for all of the Caribbean islands as well. We'll end with a heart hug. I might not be able to let go of my dog because he is falling. All right, we'll just do a heart hug together. Take a deep breath in and around that circle and a quarter as you exhale. And just send thoughts of peace and courage and strength to the people and animals impacted by the hurricanes. And we will be back tomorrow morning, hopefully at 9:30. I don't know. I might be forgetting something. Like this big trip today. And we will see you then for another episode of Conversations with a Corgi. Thanks for joining us for this late edition on Dog Show Rally, which we love, don't we, Tristan? A lot of treats for you. And I was going to do my Conversations with a Corgi there at lunch, but we had no internet. So we came home to do it. Oh, it's a tired dog. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.